What's going on, everybody? It's TheKidEG and I'm back again with another video, but let's get straight into it.
Thiago Silva, 36-year-old centre-back, he's their most important defender, and all the money they've spent in every other position. So it's just about spending it right and getting the, like Kesh said, like the right players who are hungry enough to push the players who are starting ahead of them. That's what you want ideally.
Okay, so after everything we just said, now with the players that we brought in, our team for next season, based on what we've just done with the transfer window now closing and everything that we've done, we have Bissouma, Sanderbergs, Odegaard.
You know what? That person that just asked me Memphis. I've got a list of players who I want. I'm going to show you my list. Memphis is right on there.
Can I ask one thing? What do you guys think about Leno?
That's my list.
It's very well.
Osman Edwards, who's under? Danny Ings is like 5th. Left wingers. You have left wingers list. You have right wingers list. Guy's a scout, guys. Kesh is a scout. Look at that.
I like the bold title as well. It's very well organised. Guys, what do you think about the Leno situation? Situation is the wrong word. What do you think about Bernd Leno? And when we speak about important areas to upgrade, do you think that's just as important as a striker or centre mid or right back?
We were linked. No, someone, Paul Merson, you know what he says. He thinks money is not an object. So he's like, Arsenal need to go get Oblak, like as if we're going to go get him. The only way we can upgrade from Leno is if we're getting a keeper who can play out the back and is as good as a shot stopper as him. Are we going to spend the 40-50 million needed to get that player? I don't think so.
I think there's keepers out there. If you look at what's the one that Bayern signed from Schalke last season?
Neto.
No, Noble, something like that.
Oh,
he's a decent keeper. Like there's keepers out there who Arsenal can do it. It's up to them to do the right scouting, and find the right players.
I just think if Leno makes a few more mistakes towards the end of the season, I think Arteta might lose his patience with him. Because when we speak about players, making errors leading to goals, he's not as solid as we need to be. Or I tell you what, he's just as inconsistent as a lot of our key players, and that's quite a worry. Like
that's the one.
Right now, we're not going to make that change going into this summer, but. Center backs, who's going to start next to Gabriel starting next season? Is it going to be Saliba? Because I heard rumblings that Saliba could be giving an opportunity to starting next season.
I think it'll be David.
I think ideally we'll probably go into the season again with David Luiz, but I wouldn't mind giving Saliba and Gabriel a run. I think it all depends on how favourable our fixtures are. When the fixture list comes out, it all depends on our first run of games. If you got, say, I don't know, a promoted team, I'm all for it. Chuck Saliba in with Gabriel. But if you got, say, Man City on the first day of the campaign, you can't put Saliba and the Gabriel straight in.
Okay, by the end of the season next season, we're hoping that Saliba is the starter.
Yeah. Towards the end of the season, mid-season, you'll be open that they formed a good relationship, chemistry is there, and they're both looking solid. And then you could say, you know what, that's our centre-back partnership for the next 5-6 years.
Yo, why is it? I put Max, it doesn't come up. What's going on? Is his name something else?
Max Aaron, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not coming up. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay.
You spell the whole thing. Spell it out.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, are we putting Bergs or who are we putting next to Partey?
Next to Partey, I'm putting Bergs. I'm putting Bergs in there.
You're putting Bergs? You're not starting Bissouma, even though you spent 40 million on him.
I think it depends. It depends on what you're going to go. I think that if you see what I'm saying, it will be great to get Bissouma and Bergs, because what that allows you to do now is there's games where you can go with a 4-2-3-1, and there's games where you can go with 2-8. So it gives you the option.
It's funny, we spent all that money on Bissouma and Sanderbergs, but Sanderberg's the one that starts.
Because I think Sanderberg gives you a lot more balance. I think he's a lot more balanced to Bissouma. I think he's the sort of player that will get on the ball and get you kicking over. They're both different players.
Okay.
And obviously, it's competition. You have to fight in it. Like it shouldn't matter what your value is. Obviously, in some aspects it does, but just because you're 40 mil don't mean you should be starting. Saka's 35 mil, and I'm sure some of us will agree that he shouldn't be starting. So you need to create competition, and whoever is performing the best to get their place.
What about Ricky Puig? You know I love this kid. I'd love to bring him into
I think
Arsenal.
there's not a chance Ricky Puig is leaving Barca now with Laporta in charge.
Yeah.
I just don't see
Okay.
that happening.
So what's the final front three? Saka, Edward. What are we saying? Osman Edwards, Aubameyang on the left.
Personally, for me, it's harsh, but Aubameyang needs to be a super sub. I said it. He needs to
What?
be a super sub. He needs to be a super sub. I just don't see the enthusiasm and the longevity. As I said, we should never have given him a new contract. We shouldn't have given him, and even if we was going to give him a new contract, it shouldn't have been on 350k. Because what that then does is it says you've given him that money, so you have to start him. Why should he have to start if he's not performing? But that's the crossroad that the club now put themselves in.
Okay, call me crazy. Can we go back into the transfer window and get Jack Grealish just to put or it's not possible?
But why I don't think it is possible. I do believe the club will sign someone on the left side. Personally, I believe that. There's room for competition. Why can't Emile Smith Rowe and Odward fight for the number 10? Why can't we switch it over to from a 4-2-3-1 to 2-8, where you put I don't know Basuma at the base and you put Partey? There's room to move about with the squad moving forward. You can still I see they're being linked to Mana Solomon, who plays off the left. I see us being linked with that PSG kid, Italian. We should be going into this squad into this next season with competition, with players willing to fight for each other, fight against each other to play. That's how you raise the levels of this club, and you raise players' performance levels, because they know that if they're not competing, there's someone else who can come in.
Okay, let me ask you this straightforward answer. Today, based on the window just closing and all the players that we've brought in, the backup goalkeeper, the backup left back, the two midfielders, everything that we brought in, we still have the left wing that we need to figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to play Pepe on the left, Saka on the right, Saka on the left, Pepe on the right, Aubameyang there, Willian there, Saka, Smith Rowe? Are we going to...
With these players and the start of this season, I believe you should see a better Pepe. I believe there will be more balance in the team. So I wouldn't have a problem with Pepe starting off the left. Obviously, it's up to him to maintain that position and keep it for himself. If he's not performing, then you got to play Martinelli. As I said, it's all about balance, and whoever's performing, you're gonna have to give them a competition, isn't it? You give them a chance to play.
Someone's saying play Martinelli there. I don't think Arteta sees him as a left
Berg,
winger.
what are we pressing? You're saying, like, you're saying Berg, what are we pressing? I can guarantee you've not watched Van der Berg per se more than 5 games. I've been watching the guy for what, probably a year before he moved to Sheffield, what's it called, United. Him and Tossard was ripping it up in Belgium. It's not about the name. Don't look at the name and think, oh, it's a boring name. Look at the player's technical ability.
Yeah.
He's not a party. He's not a party. That's what I'm saying. You're looking at the job that Sheffield United is giving him, but look at the player. Look at him when he plays for, I don't know, his national team and things like that. Sometimes he's playing D part, sometimes he's playing IR. He's got the technical ability to do both sides of the job. He's a 6 and he's an 8.
Trossard is a serious baller. I don't know about Trossard, man. Kesh, what are we doing? Arteta's tactics. Who's he putting in that spot? Or is he just changing the formation to suit Odegaard to play as a left inside forward?
Listen, as I said, I do believe we probably will sign someone off the left. We don't know, innit? If, for instance, they go and get Mana Solomon, I'm starting Mana Solomon on the left. without a shadow of a doubt. He's starting on the left of me.
No, but we didn't sign him in our predicted team. So
I know, but as I said earlier, I said I'm starting Pepe. I would not have a problem starting Pepe off the left.
that's the team that we've gone with. Do you think the tactics will change?
I don't think the tactics will change much. No, I don't.
I think the tactics are going to be the same to what it is this year. Everything's going to be the same.
I think you might see a bit of variation. I think there will be times, like you saw in the West Ham game, the last 30 minutes, last 20 minutes, I'd say. We was playing basically Odegaard and Smith as an 8, basically. Obviously, I know Partey is not really, he's not going to sit at the base. I don't think that's his job. I think he's a player that loves to go forward. But if you've got the likes of Basuma there, he's probably a lot more disciplined in that aspect. You can play with 2 8.
Since it's a hot topic, since it's a hot topic, everyone wants to. We've been going for an hour. We've pretty much done the predictions. We've done the whole team. We've done everything. If you guys want, I'll tweet it out later. If you want me to tweet out the actual team and everything that we did, but certain guys wanted to call in. Kesh, I don't know. You gotta go, or you okay?
No,
you go first.
No,
all right. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button.